In this video, I'm going to be taking a USA sign from the Family Dollar and some red, white, and blue flowers and turning it into a patriotic yet generic item that you can keep up all year long. This video is part of a challenge hosted by Teresa B. DIY and co-hosted by Sammy of Unicorn Dust Designs, and this is the red, white, and blue challenge. So I will let you know more about that here in a little bit. I'm just going to take this tag first, get the label off the back, take off the stars. Wanted to completely strip the entire thing down. After I pulled the stars off, I noticed that it was super easy to use my Cricut scraper tool and just get under there and pull that layer of glittery paper off. It worked like a charm and didn't damage the underneath at all. So it was a definite win. I want to cover up that part that I just uncovered from the paper because it's rough. And I'm just going to use a couple of pieces of cardstock and I'll trim those up to fit around. And I'm going to use some Elmer's spray adhesive to hold it down. And then I will go over with a layer of Mod Podge. So that way I can use the other side of the tag later on if I want to. So I used some acetone to get the adhesive off from that price sticker, and using Waverly chalk paint and plaster, I'm giving it a couple of good coats of paint. And when I'm done with that, then I'm going to go ahead and take 240 grit sandpaper and just sand it down and sand along the edges, especially where I had put that paper on the back. And I used my Cricut Explorer Air 2 just to make a little word. And I'm using StarCraft HD vinyl that I got from mycraftstores.com. I'll leave the link in the description box for that. It's weeding really nicely. I really like this vinyl a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on that, get it weeded and transfer it and get it put on the tag. I'm using this transfer tape that I got from Amazon. I'll leave that link too. And I really liked it a lot. It has the right amount of stick, but not too much stick. I was able to peel it back up, settle it, fix it, and no paint chips. So I was very happy there. And now I'm ready to move on, and I think I'm going to get my flowers chosen. I'm going to just use a couple little flowers, a couple of these little blue ones, and those very close to the vinyl, so I was very happy about that too. And I want to add a tassel tag thing to the top. I wanted to use that fat ribbon, that I chose to use a smaller jute cord instead. So I'm going to use this to make my just a little mini bead garland with tassel, and I'm just going to grab some beads, paint those up, and I'll make a tassel out of macrame, white macrame. So I'm going to go ahead and get my beads ready to paint, and I'm using Apple Barrel Red and white, also by Apple Barrel Plaid Products, and this blue, which is Anita's acrylic, but it's the blue that matches the closest to my stuff that I'm doing here, and the Apple Barrel one that I have is a different shade. So these are the paints that I'm going to use for my beads, and I just stuck them on a wooden skewer, and I'm going to go ahead and get those all painted, and I'll thread those through after they're dry. So I've got them colored, and I'm just threading them on, trying to find the right combination. I didn't want my beads to be two colors next to each other or too close to each other, and I'm using 3 large beads and 6 smaller beads. So as you can see here, I had to fix that. But once I got it all put together and I liked how it looked, so I wanted to make sure I had enough string on either end to tie it to the tag, and also so that I can tie it to my tassel, which I'm making here out of pure white macrame cord. I can't remember what millimeter this is, 5 maybe. It's kind of thin. So I'm just trying to decide what size I want my tassel to be. And to attach it, I just took the end, and I took a lot. It's pretty long. And I wanted to wrap it around in there quite a bit so it's pretty sturdy. I don't want it to go anywhere. I just wrapped around the very end of it, tied in a knot, and make sure to, you know, have my glue gun handy so I can just go ahead and glue that down, make sure it's all nice and secure, and trim up the tassel. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be chunky or if I wanted it to be fuzzy, so I went to Instagram and asked and put a poll up, and y'all answered, and I made it fuzzy, which I admit does look better. So thank you for that to all of my followers on Instagram. So Teresa B is doing this Crafting Because of the Brave for the whole month, and she is donating all of her ad revenue to the Fisher House. And this video is part of her playlist, the Red, White, and Blue Challenge. I'll leave the link for the Fisher House in the description below. So I'm just taking all these little floral picks and sticking them in that twine. I don't want to glue them down in case I want to flip over the other side of the tag and use it, or if I get different flowers I want to use. I just thought I would have more freedom to do it this way, and just adding these in, and they stick in there pretty well without any glue, so it works out pretty good. So that's basically all there is to it. A nice little patriotic decor piece that you can leave out all year long. It just says family. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you check out all of the other awesome YouTubers in the playlist and spread that YouTubey goodness with likes and comments, and subscribe to everybody all over because they're all very awesome. All the links will be in my description box for Teresa B DIYs, for Unicorn Dust Designs. Go check them out. Go look into the Fisher House. It's a great organization for military families. If you're new to my channel and you like DIYs, could you do me a favor and consider subscribing? Also, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a like and a comment down below, because it's really helping my channel grow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, y'all. Bye.